Hi friends, we'll create a string out of a data frame now. So a data frame we can generate by using sources from a database or from Excel file, CSV and many other areas. So we'll first for that import pandas. So we'll say import pandas as PD. Now here I am just using a dictionary where my dict it has a name, ID, math and English. So as 4 columns are there. So this dictionary will use this to create a data frame. So df equal to PD dot will say data frame. Now data equal to my dict. Now using this I am creating. I can just check it also df. I can check it also how the data frame looks. So you can see this is my data frame. Now from this data frame I will say toString. This will generate a string for me which I can use it. So let's just, now I am not giving any file or anything, so the string will be produced here in the console. Yeah, this is the string is produced. Now this string I can use it to inside a file also. So for that let me say str1. str1 is my variable I am declaring, and it holds the string. Now I'll say FOB or file object I will create. Let me just use it open. Path I will give D drive. Now I am creating is my data. Inside this my data I am giving it my file. This is the file name. Txt is the text file I am creating. Now this is because a new file I will give the write mode. So this is the file object I have created. Now I will say FOB, I'll write it. Write. Now this is str1. So str1 is my string, whatever data frame string is there. Now next line I will close this. My file object. Now once I run this file will be created and the data whatever is there will be stored in that. So let's run this. Yeah, there is no error. So let me just go there. You can see I am in my data and my file is created. Let me double click it. You can see whatever the dictionary data I have converted to data frame, and from data frame this string is created. This string inside the file is created. This is a console friendly output, this string is. So I'll just remove it, the writing to file. So simply you can see the output here. Now we'll study about various options available with this. Now I can say that there are 4 columns in that. We will say that no, those show us 2 only. So we'll say columns equal to, we have to give a list here. So we'll say name and ID only. Other things we don't want. So let's run this and see what's the output. You can see name and ID. This slash, this n is this is means line break. 0 is the index column goes, then name, then this 1. So like that, this is the index here. So n1, sorry, this is the 1 is the index here, then Raju, like that, because name and ID. So this ID is coming up. So Raju ID is 2. Then again line break. This index is 2. Then name. This is the ID. So if I can remove the columns and say something else, I may suppress the index also. Say I will say index is equal to false. So now there will not be any index. Let me run this. You just observe index is there. Before this, here is one index. Then here is one. So all these index will go. Now you can see there is no index. Okay, index is false, I have set it. So there is no index, everything is given. Now after index, let's see how I can say columns we have seen. Then we can use the header. Header means we can alias, we can use it. So let me just use the headers for that. So I will say header. Header equal to again one list here. Now I will say it lowercase, I am telling name. Now then I will say ID. Now I will say English. Sorry, so before that I will put math here. So these are the header I will be using. So let's run this and see what the header. Okay, this is I have to remove. Fine. So this is the header. There are many here also I have to remove it. So you can see the name is now no more a uppercase letter, this is lowercase. ID, math, English, the headers I have used whatever way I want. Like that there are other things as maximum width, justify, and all this stuff we can use it. Now even we can take data from a database and display it as a string. That we'll try next. We'll use SQL KME connection to our MySQL database. This is here it is. We'll use our user ID and password here. This is my database connection details. So now we are connected. Now after this, first we'll write our query. SQL equal to, let's say, select star from student is our sample table. Select star from student. Let's go for some 5 records starting from 0 to 5. So we'll not take, there are around 35-40 records are there. Now we'll create the data frame now. So df equal to, now our pd dot, we'll use read SQL. Now here we'll write first our query. Now query and then connection. My connection is our database connection. Now this data frame is ready for us. It will get all the data from our table, sample table. Now we'll print this. Now we'll say df dot toString. That's all. Let's print it here. We'll run it once and see the output. Yeah, you can get it that we have got the data from the our student table. If I can increase this to, let's say, 10 records, my string will go up. Okay, so this is how we used the data from our MySQL database and output as a string we got it. Next we'll move to how we'll get a data from Excel. Let's scroll up. We'll use one Excel file. So we'll create a data frame by reading, we'll say read Excel. Now our Excel file is located in the D drive, and this is the path I am giving. My data is the directory name, and inside this it is student.xls. So this is the file name whatever we have, and this file we are reading, and the data will convert it to a string. So this data frame is created now. Now this data frame df dot toString. That's all. Let's see how the data is taken and displayed. You can see this is entire full data is taken and displayed as a string. Now same thing we can do. We don't have we can change this to a CSV file, and I can read this as CSV also. That will be a comma separated value toString, but we don't have a CSV file there. What I will do, I will create a read SQL. I'll create a CSV file here from taking data from MySQL database. I am creating it is from in the same location, D drive. My data is the directory name. Inside this I will create student.csv. Now if I'll run this code, this will create the student.csv file inside that. So let me just run it once. Yeah, so now the student.csv file is created. We can check it up also here. You can see one student.csv file is here. So let's come back here. Now we'll read that same data and convert into a string. Now we have read CSV we have used, and this student CSV. Now let's run it. We have collected, because there are 5 records only. You can see while collecting from the database we took only 5 records. So this CSV data also we read it and converted it into a string.